Hey, I know it's only 2 minutes before close, but can I place an order?
Absolutely.
Can I go ahead and get 7 cheeseburgers?
Okay.
7 large fries, and then some. I'll take 3 large cheese curds.
7? You said 7 fries?
Yes, please.
Okay. And how many cheese curds?
3 large cheese curds.
3 large cheese curds? Okay. Any sauces or anything like that?
Yeah, can I get just a bag of fry sauce?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to HIMediaTV. I am your host, Evan from HIMediaTV, and today is another episode of my little black book. As you can probably tell, I'm recording this at night, not the day before. But I wanted to get this out, mainly because I'm working all day tomorrow, and I'm still fresh. So, I want to talk to you today about the de minimis exception. What, pray tell, is the de minimis exception? So, over the last 30, 40, 50 years, every country has this. Ours is called the de minimis exception, and every country basically has a threshold of costs of goods that can be imported into a country without anybody from customs looking at it from like a financial perspective. So the UK, I think, has $20. Canada, I think, has $100, I think. A smattering all over the place. The United States is $800. What does that mean? That means that when I buy something from somebody in in France, or Nigeria, or Jamaica, or China, or Japan, or Korea, pick your fucking flavor, what happens is that they send it to me. They pay maybe, some customs fees and things like that nature, but they don't pay whatever tariffs are currently, on that country. And there's always tariffs, so like here and there. Like we generally will have some here and there, like yada 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 yada. They're a political tool. They're a financial political tool when used appropriately. And the de minimis exception basically ignores the tariffs. The philosophy behind the de minimis exception was to be like, hey, Americans want little goods and stuff when they're coming back from abroad and they're bringing something over. They shouldn't have to pay for it twice if they already paid for it once. It's meant to be for little shit. You know what I mean? It's not meant for, it's supposed to be for industrial things. It's supposed to be for huge, large commercial goods. This, exception is the reason why we have so much cheap shit in this country, for better and for worse. It's a big reason why things like Temu and Shein have been able to thrive. And it's because they are able to send lots of things through shipping, with each individual package being sent to a person almost never reaching that $800 milestone. Now, the day this is coming out, the 29th, is when the de minimis exception is capital G gone. People have, for the last few days, countries have been getting ready for it. The UK has already halted. The Royal Mail Service has already stopped all packages going to the United States. Europe has followed suit. Canada is following suit. And a lot of the economic decisions that the Trump administration has done up until this point, we were feeling to a tiny degree, but we weren't going to necessarily feel the huge, giant ramifications until much later. Similar to his first term, his 2017 tax bill was going to fuck us in the end anyways, but, the only reason why, the economy collapsed in his term was because of COVID and his mismanagement of it. As a result, the consequences of his fiscal policy came home to roost much earlier. And getting rid of the de minimis exception is equivalent. Because you see, these de minimis exceptions are the basis on which the modern economy is built. And whether you like that or not, I'm not here to debate you on. It is going to lead to basically a level of economic devastation. Like, Americans are already feeling the pain economically. You know, this country is now more than ever a rich person's paradise. You know, we've been in a recession for 5 years, at least since COVID, and you felt it, I felt it. You know, nobody's really debating, except unless you're like rich and out of touch, that we're in a recession. We all feel it at the grocery stores and at the gas pump, and you know, even like the little sweet treats that we get to, you know, keep our fucking sanity at these dead end jobs that kill us. Those are getting more and more expensive to the point where we have to go without. And so this is going to be a catalyst for some really hard times. A lot of the economic choices that the Trump administration has made has shaken a lot of the world's faith in the United States as, you know, as the dollar, you know, the fuckery with the Fed that is currently going on isn't helping with that. So any, you know, America being the reserve currency could be going away at some point in the mid future. But in the short term, this de minimis exception going away is going to fuck you. It's going to fuck me too. Oh boy, we're in for a rough time. And the point of this little black book is mainly to impart on you how fucked we're going to be. This is going to make it so everything you buy is going to be hit with the tariffs. That means we've been able to sort of block it so far to a degree because a lot in the lead up to these tariffs being implemented, companies have stocked up to, like, beforehand. I mean, fucking Apple was having red-eye flights from China shipping their shit, like as many phones as they can into the country before things happened. That surplus stock has started to run out like 2 weeks ago, and there's already changes in prices being shown. And you know, certain things like shipping and things, because of the de minimis exception, have been able to sort of avoid this. This was kind of like the last hurrah to sort of like keep some prices down to a degree. That's going away. Everything that hasn't gone up in price is going to go up in price anywhere from 30 to 50%, depending on where it's from, how the supply chain for it works. Because a reminder that, you know, for you to get like an iPhone or whatever, just to use a simple example, you have to, like, things are shipped from South America to Thailand, back to America, to the United States, then over to South Korea, which is then shipped to China to finish all the manufacturing, you know, and then shipped to America as a finished product. Like, when things are made, they travel the globe multiple times to do it. That's just how the modern economy works. So, they're getting hit with a tariff for every single time in every single country that it goes through at this point. Like, that's what Trump said he was going to do with it, which, you know, he's taken his word. Like, for most of the awful things that he said he'd do during the campaign, he's doing them. So I have no reason to not take him on his word at that. Tighten your belts. Go buy rice if you can. Go buy beans and as many dried and frozen foods as you can. Go to Costco, stock up. We are in for a rough time for the next few months. Well, it may not hit in a day, it may not hit in a week, it may not hit in a month, but you put a clock on it, things are about to get a lot more expensive. This has been another episode of my little black book. Chapter closed. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna send you to end screen to heaven. Godspeed.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to talk to me outside of this video, outside of live streams, or just join the community and be a part of it, you can do so at himedia.gg/discord. Discord links there. We'd love to have you. And given the financial situation of the economy right now, I know this is a tall ask, but if you have the scratch to spare, please consider donating and becoming a supporter at himedia.gg/tip. All of our perks are serviced through our Discord channel, including early access videos, exclusive videos, and more. Your generosity is a blessing, and $1 a month is a boon to my mental health. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you, and have a great day.